everybody, and welcome to Copbox. So I just finished playing The Legend of Banjo-Kazooie, Jiggies of Time, and I wanted to kind of get my thoughts fresh off the game since I finished it not too long ago. I don't want to spoil a whole lot about the game, so I'm not going to talk too in-depth about it, because I think it should be experienced. I want to encourage you to go out and play it yourself, but I figured it would be fun to kind of give my loose thoughts. I might do a bigger review on it later, we'll see. Jiggies of Time was made by Kirko Mods, as well as a team of others that assisted them. They reworked Ocarina of Time into a Banjo-Kazooie game. It took them about 5 years of development to do this, which is insane. That is a long development time for a fan game. And this isn't just a port of the levels of Ocarina slapped to some Banjo assets in it. No, this is all totally remade. These are custom levels built to feel like Ocarina of Time, but designed purely with Banjo in mind. It is a full game. It's got 9 levels, 10 Jiggies each. It's got all the collectibles, and it has that genuine Banjo feeling. It feels like they took Ocarina of Time and really reworked it from the ground up into a Banjo-Kazooie game. Like, from doing the platformings, figuring out the puzzles, and getting into the action, it never feels like it tries to shoehorn things in too hard. It works within the means of the first Banjo game, and for those moments that they can't translate as well into Banjo-Kazooie, they tend to write off using that classic wit that Banjo-Kazooie tends to have, which the writers encapsulated perfectly in this game. All of the dialogue feels like it comes straight out of a Banjo-Kazooie game. It has that dry, sarcastic, self-aware wit to it that I love about the franchise. It truly does feel like the world of Banjo took over Hyrule. There's even a few cameos here from Zelda and Ganondorf, which are pretty fun. One thing I really liked is how they reworked Brentilda. So in the original Banjo-Kazooie, Brentilda would give you hints and tell you facts about Grunty that you would have to go use for the quiz game. Instead, in Jiggies of Time, she gives you 3 hints about 3 of the more difficult Jiggies in the area. I didn't always need the hints, but it was nice knowing they were there. It encouraged me to go and hunt her down in every level to see if there was something that I didn't think about or might have missed. I also want to touch on the fact that even though these are originally levels meant for Legend of Zelda, they have been reworked so cleanly into feeling like a proper platforming stage. They have a very intuitive design, and I rarely ever got lost. There was maybe only a couple moments where I got frustrated, but I feel like there were so few times that actually happened that it doesn't leave a bad mark on the game at all. All of the areas are truly reshaped to be a lot more Banjos. It may be about compacting certain spaces for the sake of jumps, or even adding in new areas that add additional platforming segments that weren't even in Ocarina of Time. Like when you go to Jabu Jabu, there's an entire upper area you have to traverse to do different puzzles and unlock different moments and find the Jiggies that are sections that weren't even in Ocarina of Time, but like again, the levels have been taken and reworked with platforming and Banjo's physics and gameplay in mind. And the levels aren't the only thing that's been reworked. The OST, the music for this game, was made from the ground up, and the soundtrack is amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. The people behind this game really did put a lot of love and attention in it, and it very much shows. This is the closest thing I think we've ever gotten to a Banjo 3, because it is a full-fledged game. Every area feels unique. It feels familiar to those who know Ocarina, but the platforming challenges and Jiggy events are very different and unique, therefore making it still feel like a new and exciting experience and a game that you still have to work your way through instead of just going through the motions. It has that Zelda intuition, but with a platformer execution, especially with the Forest Temple. I want to give a special shout out to that, because that area, oh my god, it's unbelievable. There is an entire secret Hylian language that you have to decipher throughout the stage, where you get hints about what symbols mean what letter, and I have an entire notebook sitting on my desk where I wrote down the letters and kept notes and track of all the events to figure out all the puzzles in there. I think it's very special because it's one of the only stages that goes all out on this concept, and I think it's perfect. The rest of the game is straightforward Banjo platforming fun, but it's the Forest Temple that really makes you step outside of your box and have to start deciphering codes, thinking critically, and figuring out the secrets, which is perfect because that's what the Forest Temple was all about. What's even crazier is that this game is console compatible, meaning that if you have the proper flash card for your N64, you can download the file, plop it in, and play it right on your original hardware, and that's pretty impressive. I played through this game, I 100% completed it. I made sure that I went through and did every little thing that I could in this game and found all the little secrets that are around it because it was just so fun to do. I would heavily recommend that you give this a try. It is worth your time. From beginning to end, this game is an absolute blast. For those of you who have a Banjo-Kazooie itch, this is the perfect scratch. It is so much fun to get in, see how the worlds were reworked, hear those classic tunes, see the new interpretations. So please, by all means, give this game a try. I will link the creator's channel in the description, and I very much encourage you to go and check it out. They are currently releasing walkthroughs through each part, so even if you do get stuck, you can go to their channel and watch a full walkthrough of certain segments of the game. Thank you for tuning into this interesting episode of Copbox. I tried to do things a little differently with a little more open conversation. Let me know what you think about it, and maybe we can do more reviews like these in the future.